Hello and welcome to another session of Riding the Bear. The show is brought to you by Skylabs and the Vetter ecosystem. My name is Ryan and I am so glad to be your host today. We're going to be going over some fantastic things. We got a great show planned for you. We're going to be going over the Vetter platform. We're going to look into the CrowdX calendar. And if you want to dive a little bit deeper into the staking, the multiplier, the lock-in packages, and how all that works, we will, of course, do that. But what would be one of these Riding the Bear sessions without taking a look at a project that is found on the CrowdX calendar? So, of course, we're going to be doing that. So go ahead and just out of curiosity, if you are brand new to the Vetter community, Vetter ecosystem, you're learning about Skylabs, go ahead and let me know by just typing in the chat how long you've been a part of the community. Personally, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the Vetter community since early October. Now, if you don't know, this community started in a Discord months ago, working together, refining and developing the CrowdX model of crowdsourced intelligence, where people are coming together, sharing their thoughts, sharing their insights into looking at projects. And when they found how well that worked and how good it was, and they saw an opportunity to tokenize it and gamify it, and that's when they launched Vetter in October. And October of last year, 2021. And here we are now, a few months out, 10 months later, and launching the next part of the ecosystem, and that's with Skylabs, our own launch pad, the staking model, a lot of things that are going on in this ecosystem. And I tell you what, that is one of the things that you'll find out real quick, that there's so much wrapped up and built into this platform and ecosystem that it's impossible to cover absolutely everything. So we host sessions like this 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and this creates the space to be able to plug in, learn a little bit more, ask your questions, get your questions answered, and like I said, every session learning a little bit more about the Vetter ecosystem and CrowdX and Skylabs. So with that, one of the things that I always like to say is, the whole purpose of these calls is to support you in finding your next 2x to 100x gem. Okay, the CrowdX token, the Vetter platform is literally a research tool that is designed to support you in finding your next 2x to 100x gem, and we're going to take a dive into that and look for that today. So with that, now whether you are a veteran in our community or you're brand spanking new, I do invite you to go ahead and take notes and ask questions. Okay, ask questions. Our community is really designed to support you no matter what level you are in the process. Austin says he's new. Hi, Austin. Welcome. Glad that you're here. We got Tim. We got Nisham. We got Barack. We got Crypto Dread. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new, one of the things you're going to find out real quick about the community, we're definitely here to support you and support you, like I said, no matter what stage that you might be in. So one of the things I wanted to cover is gains. Okay, gains are always something to show and showcase and highlight. And this is a project called Block Express. It was added to the CrowdX calendar by Hellstrom. And Hellstrom is a scout, and the scouts add projects to the calendar. And as a user of the platform, you get access to these projects. So when you hold Vetter token, you get access to the CrowdX calendar, and you're able to see these types of projects. So Hellstrom adds a project to the platform. As users, we then get to see it, read over Hellstrom's notes, and I'll show what that looks like here in a moment. But one of the things I want you to see is, obviously, we all know what ATH stands for, all-time high. ATH stands for all-time high. Okay, you see right here it says VAL. This stands for Vetter Audited Highest Low. And what we're saying in this is, you see this really long wick. A lot of companies will brag, and a lot of projects will brag and boast about their all-time high. But we actually don't know how long price actually stayed at that top. Was it there for a minute? Was it there for a few seconds? Was it there for a couple hours? We don't know. Okay? And we don't know how many people could have sold. And so, I mean, we can dial down and we can, like, for example, we could go to the minute chart and see, you know, how big the wick is on the minute. But this is a 5-minute chart, so we know that it wasn't up there for very long. So we have a metric that we call the VAL, Vetter Audited Highest Low. And what this allows us to do, it allows us to say, hey, you know what? You had plenty of time, you had adequate time to be able to swap out at a profit. Meaning, in the first 24 hours, you could have swapped out anywhere between a 5x and a 6.6x. And so what we're saying is the majority of people could have done that. Selling at the top, someone got lucky. Only one person did it because the moment it sold, the price dropped a little. And so what we say with the VAL is it's this level playing field for no matter how intelligent, quick, fast, experienced, inexperienced, it doesn't matter. It's all based on plenty of time where anybody could have swapped out at a profit. This project, Griffinland, it was posted on the platform by Metaloride. Val's a 2x, all-time high to 2.2x. True DeFi, added to the platform by King Astronaut. Val's a 1.8x, all-time high is 2.6x. I mean, you had plenty of time to swap out between a 1.8x and a 2.6x. Fuel token, this was brought to us by Hellstrom. You could have swapped out between a 4.9x and a 7.9x. You had an entire hour to do that. Next up, Rare F&D. This was brought to us by TKM6567. You had an entire hour to swap out between a 4.8x and a 5.6x. Antcoin, you're able to swap out between a 4.2x and a 7.6x. Supercats, able to swap out between a 7.4 and a 7.5x. Floki Marvin, able to swap out between an 8.8x and a 9.2x over an hour. These are all projects added to the calendar, projects added to the CrowdX calendar that you have access to when you hold Vetter. World Cup token, now we transition into the 7-day time frame. So the examples I just gave were for the first 24 hours. Now we cover the next 7 days. And within the 7-day period, you had at least 24 hours to swap out between a 4.4x and a 7.7x. It's pretty phenomenal. Plenty of time. You know, plenty of time to be able to get your profits and make your plan and execute your plan. iMove, the first 24 hours was great. The next 7 days was great. iMove, you're able to swap out between 11.1x and a 17.2x. It's pretty phenomenal. Pretty phenomenal gains. And on the last one, the 30-day time frame. The 30-day time frame, we're looking for at least 7 days where you can swap out. Okay, 7 days where the Vetter audited highest low. Okay, the highest low where you could have swapped out. And so what this says is literally you had 7 days to be able to make a profit. So let's take a look to see what that looks like. So here's this project MetaRuffy. Again, a quick refresher on the 3 time frames: 24 hour, 7-day, and 30-day. On the 24 hour, you had an hour to swap out between a 5x and a 5.8x. On the 7-day, 24 hours to swap out between a 16x and a 21x. And then on the 30-day, you had 7 days to swap out between a 19x and a 53x. That's absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now, another beautiful thing that we teach here in the Vetter ecosystem is to find great teams. Okay, find great teams who have had previous successes, because that puts you in a position to capitalize on their next success. Okay, let me say that again. Find teams that have a proven track record of success. Okay, if they've done it once, if they've built a community once, if they've launched a project once, if they've built a business once, and they're going to do it again, we're stacking probabilities in our favor. Okay, that is a great opportunity to position yourself to win long term and limit some of the risks with some of these new projects that are coming out. MetaRuffy is a great example of that, and Vetter is an even better example of that. So MetaRuffy was added to our platform in February of this year, so just a few months back, and they had a great launch, as you can see. And then they were launching the next part of their ecosystem, and that was a project called Luber. And within the first 24 hours, you could have swapped out between a 4.8x and a 4.87x. Okay, this one was really close together. Okay, but that's one of the ideas and strategies in this community, is not only finding great projects, that's a great thing, but finding great teams and communities to work alongside with and work together with. And that's the hands down one of the best things that we have going for us in the Vetter ecosystem and with Skylabs, is the fact that there's a team who's done it before. They've built something, and a community that supports that. And they've done it before. When I say done it before, I mean a community who has experienced a launch before, a community that is working together collectively, a community that supports the vision and the team. And that's what we have here in the Vetter ecosystem. So if you're tuning in to us now, you're watching live, go ahead, drop in the comments. If there is a specific topic that you want to cover today, we're going to take a look at the platform, the Vetter platform. We're going to take a look at the CrowdX calendar, and we'll get into any staking, multiplier, lock-in questions, if anybody has those. And also, I can go ahead and take any requests if there's a project that you want to take a look at. So as I'm letting you guys go ahead and type, let me just go ahead and pull up the Vetter board here. Okay, this is the Vetter board. This is the dashboard. This is where the basically our command station. Okay, you can quickly see there's a lot of things going on here. And like I said a minute ago, there's so much built into this platform that it's just not possible to cover absolutely everything. Okay, so just going to do a quick overview of what's going on here. Here is just a condensed version of the calendar, just to get a real quick look to see what's on the CrowdX calendar here. Here's a leaderboard where it talks about different gains and tips and things being given out. Here's where the gains happen. So user reported gains, and if you click this, it's actually going to take you to a list of the all-time high and val. Okay, and these are numbers and data that we collect and document on a regular basis. And you can just scroll through here and you can see all the gains on the platform. These are projects that have been added to the calendar by scouts, community members like you and I, and the community has access to these projects. Now, the beautiful part about it is, I'll just go a quick run through of how this works. So a scout will come along, and they're going to provide some basic information about the project. They're going to provide Telegram, maybe if they have a Discord, where it's launching, the network, okay, the type of project it is utility, this is a fair launch. Okay, they're going to go over here, they're going to add the website, Twitter, and they're going to fill in some positive red flags, where they found it, price details, comments, and notes. Just really basic information about the project. The beautiful thing is, as a community member, it's great because we didn't have to go out and find all this information on our own. We didn't have to search through Telegram or Twitter or YouTube or Reddit. We literally can open up this calendar here. It's populated with hundreds of projects that are launching. And now we're able to sift and sort and look through projects that's things that we want to look for in projects, whether that be launching off of certain networks, whether that's certain types of projects. Maybe it's gaming, maybe it's utility. Okay, but the way that works is a scout does the heavy lifting, and you're in a position to just sift and sort through the projects to see what you like best. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. So in the upper bar here, you see network. When you click that, it's going to filter out just projects on that particular network. So if we were to click Ethereum, it's just going to show Ethereum-based projects. Okay, when you click out of Ethereum, it's going to show you everything. So here's all the projects on all networks. Next, if you want to do Binance is one of the most popular networks on our platform. So a lot of these are on the Binance network. but you're able to sift and sort that way. Next, you can sift and sort through the launch pad. Let's say you're only looking for things that launch on Presale. Now it's filtered it down. These are only projects launching on Presale. Next, we can sift and sort based on category. Let's say that you're only looking for gaming type projects. Now here's all the gaming projects. Let's say that you're not all about gaming, but you're all about utility. Here's utility-based projects. So doing this allows you to sift and sort and put up filters so you can find exactly what you're looking for. Okay, the whole idea of this CRowdX calendar is to save you time, energy, and money. The whole idea of this platform and ecosystem is to support you in those things, saving time, energy, and money. So again, instead of you sifting and sorting all by yourself, literally leveraging someone else's time, knowledge, and experience to find these projects, and then you sift and sort based on what you're looking for. So if you're all about gaming, Binance gaming projects on Presale, you would click Network, you would click Binance, you would click Presale, and you would click Gaming. These are the specific gaming projects launching on Presale that are on the Binance network. That's one of the ways that you can sift and sort to find exactly what you're looking for. So I mentioned a minute ago that scouts, they're the ones who add a project initially to the calendar. Okay, so scouts add a project initially to the calendar. And we have something called a vetter. And vetters will come along and they're going to add some additional information. Okay, so here's a project that a scout posted, TKM 6567. She added this to the calendar and she provided some basic information about the project. She did a really good job. There's a lot of information here that she provided. And then a scout's going to come along and they're going to do a deeper dive into the project. They're going to take a look at the Telegram group. They're going to look into the team. Has there been an audit? KYC, like, are you required to do KYC? Have there been AMAs? Are there whitelists available? Okay, they're going to go into Telegram notes, what they're finding about Telegram. They're going to go into team notes, what they're looking for in the team, information about the AMAs, and then they're going to do a short summary, what they think the project is about and things like that. Okay, you can see here also, contract study or audit or tokenomics could go in this area as well. And so what this allows you to do is now there's been 2 people that have looked at the project, and it allows you to sift and sort and read through this. And if you like what you see, you could continue doing your research. Okay, you could continue doing your own research because maybe this project checks a couple of your boxes. On the flip side, how does this save you time? Well, if you only get into projects that have a fully doxed team, and the first thing you read on the red flag, team is not doxed, and there's no indication of who the team is. That right there would allow you to realize, well, hey, wait a second. I only do doxed teams. This isn't a doxed team. And you literally say, you know what? Let me just go back. And you hit the back button, and you go find another project. That's the beautiful thing about the crowdsourced model and people working together. Instead of you doing all that research to find out simply because there's no, the team's not doxed, it allows you to quickly look at that and realize, hey, this doesn't check my boxes. This is not what I'm looking for. And let's move on to the next one. So that's how that part works. So a scout will provide the basic information, like I said. A scout goes out and does all the heavy lifting, finds a project, and then a vetter comes along and does even more lifting, does a deep dive, and you get to sit back and you get to look at the notes and say, hey, you know what? I like this. I want to learn more, or I don't like this. I want to find another one. And that's the beautiful part about this. We take it a step further when we utilize the different channels, whether that be a Discord or whether that be a Telegram, to be able to communicate with other community members. And there was a time where we were looking at a project a few months back. A lot of people were excited about it. And one of the things that came out about the project, literally, just a few hours before the fair launch had ended, one of the things that came up was the KYC company that was used was only 3 days old. And, we were able to bring that up, we were able to discuss it, and we were able to give people more information to decide if that was too risky for them or not. And that's the value of this community. Instead of just trying to look at that yourself or figure it out on yourself or do all this work on your own, to be able to leverage. And what ended up happening, it doesn't matter what the end result was with that particular project. What ended up happening was that the project did rug. And we were able to prevent some people from losing money. Some people didn't feel like that was too big of a risk, and they were able to, continue. But the beautiful part was we were able to give people more information, and then they could decide what was best for them and their strategy. And that's the beautiful part about the crowdsourced model. And for me personally, that is the thing, hands down, the thing that I love most about this community is the crowdsourced model and people working together, sharing ideas and sharing insights into different projects that they're seeing. Now, as we start looking at some projects on the calendar, I will say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and anything I say today should not be taken as such. I am a guy who is broadcasting live on YouTube. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some projects, and I will also say that I'm going to show you how to utilize this tool, because it is a tool. It's a research tool. It is not a crystal ball. It does not work. You don't go over here and you don't type into the search bar, show me the next 2x project. Show me the next 100x gem. That's not how this works. It is a tool. And my job and my role is to support you in learning how to utilize this tool and this massive, massive form of leverage. So with that, now is a time where, hey, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop your questions in the comments, and we will get to them there. But if there's a project that you want to take a look at, go ahead and drop it in here. We'll pull it up on the calendar, and we're going to start going through some projects. And we're going to go over just a kind of a mental checklist that I'm going through when I'm looking at projects to get an idea and feel for how it looks and what's going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a project here. Loge. Okay. I have not looked at this project at all, and we're going to go through it together. Okay, we're going to go through it together. So the first thing I like doing is I like to look at the website. Okay. Now, very first thing, I like to look at the scout. So that's why I went to this particular scout. There's a handful of scouts that I watch and follow, and scouts have their own types of style and personality. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the website. Loge. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, so it looks like we got a. It looks like we have a play on Lord of the Rings and Doge, and I can appreciate the humor in this. This is going to be a fun walkthrough. Okay, so the first thing I look at is a scout. This is a quality scout. Next thing I look at is I want to look at the website. I want to look to see is this a website that we could create today? Could we outsource this? Could we hop on Fiverr or Guru.com and all of us work together and get this website up and running today? That's one of the things that I want to look at. Okay, and right now it's kind of basic. I do like the fact that there's some custom stuff here, so there could be some effort that's been put into this. Oh man, this is great. I just see these little dog heads on these characters. This is fantastic. Oh man. Okay, so oh yeah, Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn and Gandalf. Oh, there's old Frodo. Okay, anyway. So the website's pretty good. I like the consistency through it. I like the same feel and vibe. However, there is a little bit of a difference between this and this. These are obviously a little bit more refined, but there's a difference there between those two. I want to see continuity between graphics. Okay, I want to see continuity and consistency between graphics. And so right now we have a bit of a mix of that stuff, and so not a concern, just something that I notice. I would either want everything to look like this style, or everything to look like this style. I want it to like feel like it's the same project. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm curious about the YouTube video here. Oh, let me skip this. Okay, so we got 145 views on YouTube here. Okay, so 145 views on YouTube, one comment. Doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff going on here. This video was uploaded 21 days ago. Okay, so it doesn't have a ton of views. So, maybe there's not a whole lot of people that know about the project. So that's just one of the things that I'm curious about whenever I look at a project. How many people have actually watched this video? Okay, so it doesn't look like a whole lot of people on YouTube there. Next thing, we did see the team. Okay, and one of the things that I always look for, I'm all about projects that are teams who decide to dox, okay, or not dox. I'm okay with either. Whether you don't dox or you go all in, I'm okay. But like, choose one, no in between. And so, I'm not really feeling this. Okay. The team, we don't have real pictures. We may not have real names. We know we don't have real names here or here. But if they don't have real names, do they have real names? I don't know. No socials, no bios, no nothing. Okay, this could just as easily be Bob. Okay, Bob. We could just call him Bob, and we have no clue who Bob is and what Bob's doing. So I would prefer, if they decided to not want to be doxxed, to just say, hey, we've opted to not be doxxed. The beautiful thing about crypto is we can be anonymous, and that's the beautiful thing about this space. And I would have much more respect for them to do that, because like, this doesn't tell me a thing. Like, I have no clue who they are. Okay, let's see what the roadmap says. Okay, so just basic stuff of and basic information with no indication of where they are in the roadmap. Okay, there's no way to tell. There's no way to tell where they are, what they're doing. I don't want to take the time to read every one of these, but like, launch social media sites, launch website, design stuff. Okay. Expand the team. Here's a SurTech audit. So they plan on getting a SurTech audit. Total Telegram community of 10,000. We'll get to check to see where they're at in a minute. And so I'm reading this and I just don't know where they're at. Like, where are they? I'm just skimming this, but like, I don't even see something that says launch token. Oh, here we go. Launch on Pancake. Okay, so we can just assume that we're here somewhere. Not really sure where. We can assume that we're in this stage somewhere. Okay, but we have no clue. So roadmap is kind of janky. Not really sure, like, and I don't know what's going on here. Attention to detail. Why is there a space here? Again, none of these things are deal breakers. I'm just looking for consistency and attention to detail and a team who's serious about what they're doing. Okay? All the things I'm bringing up doesn't mean that the team, this is a bad project or it's not a good project, it's just things I'm noticing. Because if they miss this little detail, so if Bill's job is website development, if Bill's job is this, but Bill's job is also something with a contract or something with, one of the other things, and he's tasked with making sure that the little details are covered, but he misses this. It's like, hey, come on, Bill. I know mistakes happen, but like, okay, it slipped through Bill's hands. It slipped through someone else's hands. And so What else is slipping through the cracks? That's just one of the things that comes up for me. Okay, one of the things that comes up. Okay, so the next thing I want to know, so we don't know anything about the team. We don't know previous projects. We don't know previous successes. We don't know anything about the team. Nothing. So it kind of leaves me like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, what's going on with the project here, with the team here. Okay, I like the idea, I like the concept, but like it's very, very, very meme-ish. Okay, very meme-ish. So let's go back and let's take a look at the platform here. Let's go to Telegram. Okay. Now, if you ever come into a Telegram like this is a portal. Okay, this is a portal. So this is not the Telegram group that you're joining right here, but you want to click Tap to Verify. When you click this, it's going to open up this. You're going to click Start. And then now you want to answer the question, the CAPTCHA, basically. You click that. You click this. Oh, we got 2 unicorns, guys. I think it's lucky. So now you're able to click this, and it takes you to the group, and you're able to join the group. So now we're in the official group. Okay, we're in the official group now. 7,800 members. Okay, so let's go ahead. The first thing I want to do is I want to see how many members are in the Telegram group. How many members are here? Okay, 7,800. They have 38 pinned messages. Okay, so let's just go ahead and scroll up and see when the first message was. Welcome everyone to Loge, the one token to rule them all. Okay, so this was posted on August 12th. Let's keep scrolling to see when the group was created. Okay, it looks like the group was created on July 7th. And they've been they've been just gradually building stuff up over time. Okay, so I guess when they finally were ready to start doing some marketing and stuff, August 12th is when they started getting some attention, and now we got some members coming in here. Okay, so group's only been up for 11 days, like actively building. Okay, so now let's just go see like if there's any bots or anything like that. And so what we're looking for here is sometimes you could type in a question like just type in the phrase good project, and you may see hundreds of people saying good project. Right here you can see on the 17th and 18th there's a couple people popping in that say good project. This is not excessive. Like right here on this list, I would guess that maybe there's 50. Maybe. That's probably on the high side, I would guess. So I'm not saying it's not botted. I am saying that like heavily botted telegrams would have hundreds of these on just one day. Like you just keep scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of those messages. All right. So we looked at the size of the telegram. We looked at how many pinned messages there were. We're looking to see if it's botted. Doesn't appear to be. So let's get a feel for the community. Okay, this is at 3:22. Happened just a little bit ago. Okay, it looks like they're doing. There was a call group, meaning whether they're just getting a tweet out, whether they're just saying, hey, check out this project. We don't know if it's an AMA or not. But right now, just there's more messages of people talking about, hey, check this out, or hey, I'm from here. Okay, there's a lot of messages saying that. The majority of the messages, so that's all for that time frame, that 2:30 hour time frame. Okay, so right now, I don't see any like real engagement in the Telegram. Okay, I don't really see any real engagement. Maybe right here. No, there's just not much going on here in the last 2 hours or so. Okay, let's check out AMAs. Okay, so this person looks like that they were in Supercats. This is a project that was recently posted by Gordon Gecko and did good. So Supercats did good. Floki Marvin did good. This is simply a conversation around stacking probabilities. Okay, stacking probabilities, and not meaning that it is an indication of a guaranteed win. Just meaning Supercats did great. Floki Marvin did great. Here we are in this project. Some success leaves clues. This is something that you may want to consider. Same thing when you're following scouts. When scouts have a great track record, just because there's a project that's like, hey, I don't know about this, it may not check your boxes, but the scout may know something different, and that's always worth considering. And that's why I'm looking at this project. That's the only reason I'm looking at this project, because of scout. Now, I do know that whenever people do send these things, when Skylabs and Vetter, when we were doing our big marketing pushes last week, and more is going to happen this week, that a lot of people were jumping in Telegram saying this stuff. And, we have a good culture, so we, deleting these things and not letting it take over chat. But, that's the reason why. That's the reason why, because when we come into a chat like this and all we see is bull run calls is bullish on Loge, that doesn't help me at all. And when all we see is like when you click the whatever, the messages when you click it and it just automatically posts it, that doesn't help us in our research. Like right here, that doesn't help us in our research. And so it just kind of makes the Telegram look not that great. Doesn't mean the project's bad. It just means the Telegram doesn't look that great. Okay, next up. Right now I don't see any real conversations going on. Let's see if we can find a recording. Will be posted soon. Oh, here we go. So we got an AMA, and this was when? Oh, this was yesterday. So they had an AMA yesterday. It's 30 minutes long. Okay, so you'll be able to listen to that, see what kind of questions were asked, who showed up, and, what kind of questions were asked and what they talked about. Maybe we get an insight into, what the team sounds like. Are they older? Are they younger? Let's search doxed. Admin doxed or not. Doxing will be done by Interfi, same as audit. Okay. Audit after presale or before. Okay. KYC, yes. Okay, so it sounds like that they're planning on doing these things, but it hasn't happened yet. So let's see if we can find launch. The launch will happen 24th after presale is over. Presale will happen... Wait, what? I'm sorry, that really threw me off. The launch will happen, 24 hours after presale. I read that as the 24th because the 24th is on Thursday. Presale will happen on the 29th of August. Launch will happen 24 hours after. So it's going to be happening on Pink Cell. Okay, let's see if we can find a Pink Cell link. Okay, no Pink Cell link right now. Okay, so it sounds like they still have a handful of days. They have 6 days for the KYC to come through, KYC to come through for the audit to be complete. Now on the roadmap, it did indicate they were wanting to have a Certec audit on here. I believe I saw Interfi, and so maybe they're wanting to do the Certec post launch. We'll see what happens there. Previous projects. Okay, so this guy's curious about the same thing. He says Deb's previous project. I don't see an answer. Yep, I don't see an answer. Previous project. You guys have marketing plans? Okay, this is so I'm curious. So now what I would want to do, this guy's asking really good questions. So let's just go look up Crypto Wick. Whoops. Let's look up this user. Okay, so this guy hopped into the Telegram today, I believe, at 12:52. So today. So he asked devs previous projects by market cap. No response so far. Okay. When is the presale open? He got an automatic response from Rose. Anyone know previous projects for the devs? I don't see anything. I mean, I suppose he could be answering him. Yes, they do have previous experience. I'm not really sure. You have marketing plans. There was no specific answer to marketing plans. Rose again gave him a form to fill out. He says, really? What is he saying really to? Market cap, 10 million. Okay, so he's asking previous projects by market cap, and they said 10 million. So that's the only answer that I saw. So as far as questions being asked and questions being answered, it doesn't seem like they're forthcoming with a lot of information. Okay, so right now, as I'm looking at this project, I'm kind of putting in that same bucket as Supercats. Now, if you haven't plugged in before and you tuned into one of these sessions before, there's a project called Supercats posted by Gordon Gekko. It was very much out of his style, and there was a lot of things lacking with the project. And the project did fantastic. And that's the beautiful thing about this space is it can check your boxes. And do, you think it's going to be great and it tanks, and that's okay. And there's a project that doesn't check your boxes, so you don't get in, and it does a 10x, and that's okay too. The beautiful part about it is sticking to your plan and what makes sense for you. So, some of us right now would be like, hey, I trust Gordon Gekko and his judgment and what he knows about these projects, and that's why I want to get in this one. And others are like, I've seen enough. Let's move on. So let's see what Gordon Gekko said. Positives. Gamification. Loge? Gamification of move to earn concept, NFT app integration, Loge SocialFi, Loge Metaverse, token staking. Red flags, not a lot of details yet, but a couple weeks away from pre-sale. There should be more details about the launch. Okay, so he added this on August 13th. So he added this to the calendar 10 days ago. So meaning there's plenty of time to look into the project. Okay, we're found on Telegram. Pre-sale is going to be on pink cell, soft cap 125 BNB, hard cap 250. Comments. A fresh new take on the move to earn craze with a community-driven system and hard-working team that plans to expand the Loge ecosystem and make it one of the greatest investment opportunities for users, run by an experienced and dedicated team, which is advised by blockchain secrets and launched by CTCO. Loge plans to take over the BSC space by force and take on a moon mission. Okay, notes are right here. Okay. So let's go back. So now that we have those details, we did our due diligence looking into everything. Now we got the scouts information. Let's fill in the blanks. Okay, so what questions do we have? Okay, if there's a question that you have, go ahead and type it in the chat, and we can start seeing if we can find answers to that question. Okay, Medleride says, what is the utility of this project, or is it just a meme with no utility? I believe it is like a move to earn type something. Okay. So, ecosystem. Loge app will help you create a healthy lifestyle, get unique experience of Middle Earth, follow in the fellowship footsteps, connect to Web3 lifestyle by doing routine tasks, earn passive income. Loge's unique NFT ecosystem consists of a variety of rarities, utilities, and rewards. Whether you're a collector proudly showing off what you've earned to the community or an avid walk to Mordor player. that wants the slight edge in your adventure, Loge NFTs provide owners with more than just amazing digital artwork. One token to rule them all. Loge token, the currency of the Loge ecosystem. Users will use it for all activities on the app. Okay, so that's what we got about the project. We could look at the white paper here. That's so funny. Oh, I would like to... Oh, there we go. Okay. See if there's more information about the team here. So we do have a little bit of information about the team. Project Manager 28, Game Development, Website Building, Marketing Advisor 33, various roles over 14 years in project management, full stack developer, finance analysis. He's also worked in marketing various cryptocurrencies and former head of marketing for a prominent crypto investment group. Years experience, multiple projects as both marketer and moderator. 33, has worked in public relations the past 10 years, including hosting AMAs, community outreach, specialized in creative direction, game design, project utility for numerous projects. Okay. I mean, the fact that, they had it on the white paper, I would prefer to have it on the website, but it is what it is. So there's some information about the team here. Meloride says, not clear enough for me, seeing too many of these rip-off theme tokens not succeed. Absolutely. Yeah, just playing on the energy and name and brand of Lord of the Rings. Right now there's a lot of questions and not much. Here we go. Loge will feature a move-to-earn game, Walk to Loge Door, where you'll journey from the rolling hills of Logery to the fiery wastelands of Loge Door, which is 2,765.6 kilometers. Additional quests and locations will be available after launch. So they've gone all out on the Logire. Yeah, the Shire, Logire. They've definitely gone all out on the play on words here. So, all right. So that is unless anybody has any other questions on Loge, we're gonna see if we can find another project to take a look at. So a recap on this project. Project is scouted by Gordon Gekko, who does not typically mess around with meme-type tokens. He usually looks at utility-based tokens. The fact that he is looking at this project, to me, indicates that he either knows something about the team or about the community or something for him to post this project. So that's something to consider. I do like the overall design of the website. I think it's pretty cool. It's fun. There's not a whole lot of excitement. And that Telegram is pretty dead. And as we're talking about in chat here, seeing all these so and so sent me, such and such sent me, it's a lot of noise, and there's not a lot of people asking real questions. The one dude who was asking questions didn't really get his questions answered, and that's obviously not ideal. This feels more like a not serious project and a meme than a actual utility. But again, we're basically pros and cons and stacking probabilities. What are we looking for? What do we like? What do we dislike? Okay. The fact that it's got 700-800 members, but there's not a lot of people talking and stuff, is people don't seem to be all that excited. So there's not a lot going on here. So, here's AMA. This was just posted. Okay. So they are doing some AMAs, so it'd be worth listening to that. if this project is remotely interesting, tuning in and listening to one of their AMAs give you an idea and insight into what's going on, and maybe that can give you a better feel for the project. So with that was Loge. I'm curious to see how this one's going to play out, especially based on what went down with Supercats last week. Really curious to see how it plays out. So let's go ahead and pull up another project here. Oh, there we go. I was about to say I think I broke the DApp. If anybody else has a project they want to take a look at, feel free to drop the name in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to go pick another one. Yeah, as Metal Ride, he's in chat. He's very proficient at looking at gaming type projects. So even though this is not a gaming type project, it does have like it has a gaming vibe to it. I mean, I guess they're gamification with the app and stuff. Actually, let's look back at the roadmap real quick. I know we're moving on, but I'm curious when the app is going to be available. I'm just scanning this real quick. Collecting feedback about the app. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so the app happens in phase 3. So back to my original, confusion. The hard thing is we don't know what phase we're in. So, launch is over here somewhere. Launch on Pancake is over here, and the app is over here. So, having said that, this only serves as a meme token right now, in my opinion. And the reason for that is there's no utility. So could this have a great launch? Sure. Could it have a great launch? Absolutely. Could there be gains? For sure. But right now, it doesn't look like they have anything. It just looks like they have a meme idea. And meme tokens do great. and actually, I would venture to say that a project that's a utility that doesn't have anything at launch versus a project that's a meme that doesn't have their utility yet, I think the meme would outperform the other project, because at least there's some excitement and hype that they're selling. There's some excitement and hype that's going on here. So I would say that's kind of risky in my opinion. Again, memes do perform well because there's excitement and hype, but right now there's just not much. There's not much here. There's not much here. So it'd be great to follow this project, see how the Telegram evolves and grows. But right now there's just a lot of words going on here and not much substance. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at Radical. There might be some updates going on with the DApp. That's why it's loading slow. All right, so this is Sporty. So let's do what we do. Let's go check out the website. Sporty.game. Okay, Sporty Bet. Sporty is a platform with many improvements helping you bet, stake, NFT, buy NFT, play casino game in the simplest way. Okay, based on that statement, it doesn't look like English is their first language. Okay, Presale is today. Okay, there's an audit and there's a DApp. Okay. So you're able to bet online, staking, NFT marketplace, NFT staking, casino games, insurance feature. Okay. The website's pretty basic. Like this lady just hanging out over here. It's not too What is? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What? What? What is this? I can't, is this a joke? Why is this a basketball? I can't tell if that's a joke. I mean, maybe like maybe you win tokens for finding these things on their website. Like that is sorry, that caught me off guard. Came out of nowhere there. That basketball right there. Okay, this is super basic. This is way basic. I mean, so basic that where is this launching? It's on Pinksell. Let's see if we can find it on Pinksell. Okay, I'm totally judging this. I mean, just the very fact that this is a basketball, like Mellow Red says, this is a red flag right here. I mean, that's egregious. that right there is a problem. That's a problem. Someone on the design team thought this was a good idea. Someone approved this, and other people looked at it and didn't question why a basketball is right here. I have some concerns about this project. But before I just write it off completely, let's just get a feel for the Telegram just real quick, and then we'll look at another project. So we got another portal here. You just click tap to verify, click start, and then you just click the emojis here. Click the dice. Now you're in. You click the link, and now you click join. So we have 5,200 members. 5,200 members. 5,300 members. 44 pinned messages. July 10th. Well, that's good news. They didn't start yesterday, so that's good. Let's see how far back it goes beyond that. Okay, it looks like the group is cleaned up, and July 10th. Whoa! So July 10th is when this message happened, and then a month later, August 10th, is when they started, I guess, adding people. Yeah. So now we got a bunch of nonsense here. You know, this Telegram right now, on August 10th, it looks very much like the website. Chaos and randomness. Yep. Okay. Not a thing going on here. It's just, there's no substance here. Let's see here. August 13th. Maybe put, yeah, Rose is spammy. Yeah, she sure is here. So you got community members trying to tell the team, hey, maybe you should try this out. All right, not much going on here. Wow, I'm just scrolling. Okay, let's just go over here. Good project. Okay, this is about like the last one. Just a couple people hopping in here saying whatever. You know, we got some bots saying some random stuff, but nothing too crazy. That AMA was nice. Where is the AMA? Oh, here's a Pinksell link. Oh, maybe. Pinksell.finance. So, looks like Doxed did an AMA. Hey, there's Mr. King Astro. I enjoy seeing community members in other chats. So it says, team will do KYC on Pinksell. How long will the pre-sale go? Any prior projects from the team? Let's see if he got his questions answered. Let's search him. Let's see here. King Astro. Oh. There we go. Let's see all the questions that he asked in the group. Let's see if they're. Oh man, he's working. He's working. He's working. Let's see. Utility. Testnet before launch. Prior projects. Okay, he's asking about team docs. Team will do KYC on Pinkcell. That doesn't mean a thing. This guy's asking, why do you need prior projects? You need to stick to one project and then take it to the moon. He's asking for experience and background. That's why. Oh, interesting. So their argument for not having previous projects, is a link to CZ with Binance saying, I don't like people launching one token coin after another. If you launch something, stick with it for at least 10 years. So his response to, does the team have experience, is, oh, we don't, Okay. Okie doke. Oh, wait. What's this? Man, I love it. King Astro is giving him the what for. I love it. Right here. What do we see here? Twoj Inu dev. Okay, so this is a dev. So here's where some things connect and click together. Okay? So, and this is the beauty of crowdsourced model in understanding and following different scouts. Now, I don't know who this guy is, Mr. Denver. I don't know if he's part of the team or if he's just a community member. But he's basically saying, oh, it doesn't matter what other projects you've worked on in the past. It doesn't matter. But someone chimed in and said, this person responded, just wondering the team's history. This person responded, Twoj Inu dev, did a 10x project. Okay. And so let's go back here to the platform. And let's look up Twoj Inu. Twoj Inu did do good. I don't remember who was a scout on it, though. But it's probably Radical. And the site's kind of slow right now. So let me pull this up. Let me pull something else up while it's loading. I may not have spelled it right. Let's see here. Twoge. I didn't spell it right. That's a problem. Twoge. And I don't remember what month it was in. Bear with me, guys. It was in June. Oh, there we go. All I had to do was say the magic words. All right. So what we're doing now is all the information on the project is just as important as the scout who provided it. So Radical has a pretty high success rate as a scout. So whenever he posts a project, it's worth looking at because of the track record. Okay, so we can sit here and say, wow, this project's missing a lot of stuff, but okay, so Gordon Gecko posted it. That's why I wasn't sure. So Gordon Gecko posted Twoj Inu, and let's look at the val for it. It's taking a little bit of time to load. Let me just look somewhere else. Let's see here. So for the 24-hour period, whoa, hey, King Astro's in the house. We got the man. We were just going over your questions, man, that you're asking. You're asking Sporty. We saw you up in Telegram asking great questions, and so we were following along with the questions that you were asking. And looks like there may be some connection with. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Twoj Inu and Sporty. and it looks like someone had connected the two as being the same dev. So we're just going back in time and looking at Sporty. Just so happened Gordon Gekko, or going back in time and looking at Twoj. Gordon Gekko posted Twoj, and then Radical posted Sporty, and then you're right there in the middle, Mr. King Astronaut himself, who are connecting the dots. So, but no, Twoj had a good 24 hours. Let's see right here. So the val for 24 hours, we got almost a 8x val. So 8x val for the 24 hours. For the week, we got a 4x, and then the project kind of died off with just a 1.5x for the 30-day time frame. But pretty solid. Had a solid launch, and then stayed up pretty high for a week or so. So that is this is the beauty of crowdsourced. So if you're picking up what I'm saying here, okay, Radical, one of our scouts, scouted this project Sporty. One of our community members, doing some digging and research, Mr. King Astro himself, he's asking these guys great questions, and then someone responds and just says, hey, Twojinu did a 10x. Okay, so fantastic questions. And then so we go back and look at Twojinu. Who posted Twojinu? Gordon Gekko. That's a scout we just looked at a moment ago. So this is the beauty of crowdsourced intelligence. All of us working together, networking, asking questions, seeing what other people are doing, and learning from each other and connecting the dots. So Gordon Gekko potentially, and King Astro, answer this question for me, brother. Is it confirmed that this is the same dev that did Twojinu for Sporty? Can you confirm that for me? That Sporty Official and Twoj are the same teams? Because that's worth, like I said, mentioning and looking into. So those are just some thoughts, initial thoughts as we're waiting to get a answer back from King Astro. But no, he just asked fantastic questions in here, and that's the purpose of what we're doing, to support you and what kind of questions to ask and what kind of things to look for as you are looking at projects. Okay, he does say not confirmed. So it could be a rumor that it's the same team, but it is something to consider. So with that, so let's do a quick recap on Sporty Official. Oh, it is on PinkCell. Let's see if we can find it on PinkCell. PinkCell.finance. Yeah, I was watching your chat conversation with him. You're asking great questions, man. Wait a second. I thought that. Oh, maybe it happened today. Oh, it did happen today. It already happened. What's going on in their Telegram group? I had no indication. that the presale has already taken place. And the presale was canceled. Like when I came in, there was nothing that got my attention. So, the first pin message: after listening to the community, we'll update KYC badge on PinkCell. We decided to have a PinkCell fair launch tomorrow, the 24th. Anybody contributed to presale will join PinkCell fair launch. We'll get 5% BNB back. All BNB has been refunded to your wallet. You do not need to do anything. So, looks like that they had a bit of a struggle here. They only raised 116 BNB. Presale ended up canceling. Well, I haven't seen this kind of details on a token metrics chart. Okay. So there we go. So sounds like they are going to do a fair launch tomorrow. Canceled the pre-sale. Did they have the badge? They said that they're going to have a badge. So they didn't even have the KYC badge. Not to say that that's going to make a difference. I mean, I suppose it could for people who like that stuff, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and check out YouTube real quick since we're here. Let's just see how many people did not or did watch the video. Okay, so 49 people. So this is way low. Yeah, this is super slow. The video was uploaded on the 20th, so 3 days ago. Only has 49 views. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on with the project. How many contributed? Let's go back here and see how many even contributed. 96 people contributed. So they got a Telegram group of 5,300 people, and 96 people contributed. Okay. So there we go. So that is that's Sporty. So King Astro, just your thoughts. You've obviously done a much deeper dive than just the the overall look that we just had. What are your overall feelings on the project? I mean, I know they're transitioning to a fair launch. That in and of itself, is something to consider. I've seen more fair launches that struggle than have done good. And so when I say fair launch, this is going to be on Pink Cell again. It's going to be a fair launch instead of a pre-sale. And that means that all they have is a soft cap. So they may just have it set as like 100 BNB soft cap. And the pre-sale will be open, the fair launch pre-sale will be open for a period of time, and they will keep raising funds. There's no hard cap. They'll just keep raising funds until it launches. And so, like I said, there's only been a handful of projects that's actually worked out well for. The rest have kind of struggled. So I'm curious about that. But I do think that could give it some opportunity to have some fresh eyes on it. Maybe with some volume coming in, and if they have it for a low soft cap, maybe that creates the space to smash that soft cap, get some free exposure on the trending. If this is not a pay to win not a pay to win promotion up here, but maybe that could get some eyeballs on it. But right now the project seems a little weak. Yeah, project seems a little weak. So now here's the fun part. So we looked at two projects today. We looked at Loge and we looked at Sporty. And now you get to add those to your watch list or volume of launches, paper trade them, and look to see what goes on. Go ahead and jot down your red flags. The things that you noticed that were like, oh my goodness, this is like crazy. I would never get into this project. Write down the things that you think are worth it, are beneficial. So for example, for me, I would write down that for Loge, man, it just seems like there's a lot lacking. Like there's nothing here. What's going on? And I would, as a negative thing, as a positive thing, I would say, well, Gordon Gekko is a great scout. There's something he sees, there's something he knows that could offset the negative things for me. That's what I would jot down. For this project, Sporty, I would just acknowledge the fact that, hey, King Astro, did you notice this? Just out of curiosity, did you notice this right here? The fact that they got a basketball right here. That was the first thing. That was the first red flag. Someone thought that this was a good idea, or someone didn't check it, which makes me concerned about attention to detail. Having said that, though, so this would go in my report. Okay? Hey, I'm not sure about this. Attention to detail, what's really going on, makes me unsure of the team's vision and why they thought this was a good idea. And so I would write that in my notes. I would also put in there that though, the upside is this is posted by Radical. Radical is a scout that has a great track record. You got to take into account why he thinks this is a good project. Okay? And so we can go take a look real quick. Let me just go back real quick to Sporty and see what Radical shared. Yeah, just basic information here. Okay, but those are things I would consider. I'll also consider what King Astro says. King Astro said the only thing they have going for them is callers. They have people coming in from tons of different call groups constantly, but besides that, wasn't really feeling it. Yep. So there's your take. So as a community, we looked at this on the call. We shared ideas and thoughts. I'm like, hey, I don't know about this. Okay. We take into account that the scouts. We take that into account always because there's weight and value there. Okay. And now you just get to decide. I think this is a great project personally to paper trade and see. And basically what would happen is after a period of time that every time I go against Radical or Gordon Gekko and the projects always do well, it's at that moment I say, you know what? I'm just going to trust the process and look at projects that they look at and let that be my guiding light instead of my own subjectivity. And so now we'll just get to see. We'll get to see what's going to happen with Loge. We're going to get to see what happens with Sporty, and that's the beautiful part about this this game and this process is it's not a crystal ball. There is subjectivity to it, and it's worth having these conversations around. So, with that, does anybody have any questions before we hop off here and wrap it up? Yeah, I thought it was. Now, the one thing also to write about Sporty is if they are connected, okay, Sporty and Twoj, that is something to consider. That is definitely something to consider if those two projects are connected because, it's a team who had a previous successful launch. The question, though, is why did they drop the one project to come over here? So all these things are something to consider. So with that, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Vetter platform, Vetter ecosystem. We just spent a little bit of time going through the platform and also looking at a couple projects. We looked at Sporty, we looked at Loge, and shared some thoughts on that. So thank you for being here and thank you for contributing. And so I will end like I always do. Life can be short. So for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this awesome community and what we're creating together. And one of the things that I want you to realize is the Vetter ecosystem, the Vetter platform, it is not a matter of if we will make it. It is simply a matter of when. And what I mean by that is the more we come together and work together as a unit and collective and utilize a crowdsourced model, the more we enroll people into that idea and model, the sooner we will get to where we want to go. That, in my opinion, is the biggest catalyst for us to explode and grow is the crowdsourced model and us working together collectively. So, hey, with that, thank you so much for being a part of this awesome community. This has been a blast, and I will see you on Thursday. But until then, I will see you in Telegram. Bye for now.